Hi, welcome to Inkscape for Physics Teachers. I'm Geoff Phillips, and in this tutorial I'll just show you how we can manipulate a diagram I've drawn, and I'll leave a link to this file in the video description. You can use the diagram to show how the image changes when the object changes in a position in a lens system, for example. So you can see I've drawn some rays here using the Bezier pen tool, or B, or this tool here, but I haven't done them as continuous lines. I've just done this line, for example, here to here, and then I've stopped and drawn a new one through here. Likewise, this one I've drawn to here, stopped, and then drawn another one through here parallel to the principal axis. The reason for that is that when I drag points on the line, I don't want both bits changing necessarily. I want, for example, I want this one stopping here, but this one might change angle. I'll show you what I mean. Let's say, for example, we move the object further away. Now I've got snapping on here, snap to grid. If I move the object a little bit further away, what changes? Well, this ray I want to drag back to here, but what I'll do, if I just drag the whole thing, you'll see I've got a gap here, so I'll undo that. What I'll do is I'll click on that, and then holding down the control key, I'll just drag this end. That lets you change one end, and then it snaps. So of course this ray, parallel and then through the focus, remains pretty much the same on the other side. What about the one through the middle of the lens? Well, perhaps I'll do this next one first, the one through the focus. Click on it, then N for node tool, and drag it to the top of the object in its new position. Now I want it to go through the focus, but so what I'll do is I'll actually, with the node tool, drag it back up to the focus, back to the selection tool, then control drag this so it keeps the same angle till it hits the axis of the mirror. So that means that this one must go through there, and you can see there's the new object position. But just to do the middle one as well, if I move that, or N for node tool, drag that to the top of the object, the other end I know hits the middle of the lens, back to the selection tool, now control to drag this, and yes, sure enough, it goes through the same point. So the object must be there, it's moved closer to the lens, and it's shorter. So you can see by using the drawing tools, it makes you think a bit more about cause and effect in optics. Let's have a look at if I wanted an object inside the focus. Let's say to there. I'll make it say there. Okay, click on this ray and control click this end if you like. Again, well, there's nothing much going to well, I won't give anything away yet. Parallel through the focus, I'll leave it at the moment. This one, I'll try and drag that up, but it's got to go through the focus then parallel, so maybe to there. I can control drag that in if you want, and control drag that end. Yeah, this one, if I've gone through a focus, the next one must be parallel, so there's that one. Here's parallel through the focus. But you can see, I'll just drag this one out of the way, they're not going to join and form an image. Aha, so it must be a virtual image. Let's just draw the third one in. I can drag closer to an end and snap it on there, yep. And N for node tool, and go to the middle of the lens, back to the selection tool and control to drag like that, and you see again these three rays are diverging, so there's no image over here. So maybe there's something over here. I'll just drop that there for the moment. Well, what I teach the kids is that if you're looking from this direction, your brain will trace these rays back to where you think the image must have been to send this information. So what you can do is you can click on the top one and control, let's drag back this way. Even this one, and now you can see why I've done it in two sections, because I just want to drag this one back, control drag, and even this one, control drag. Aha, they all intersect. But those light rays came from the head of the object, so I'll have to turn this one upside down. I'll reflect in the horizontal axis, and you can see, there we go, and then drag this one down there. You can see I've got a virtual image. You could play around and dot those lines, but I'll have to break it up into two sections. So there's just a short tutorial on how you can manipulate lens system objects and so forth. I've got another one down here for concave mirrors. Same sort of thing applies there. Now it's not an animated applet or anything like that, but it still lets you demonstrate with full control over the rays, and even students perhaps drawing them themselves using a few basic Inkscape commands such as control dragging to drag one end, or N for the node tool to drag a particular node on a line. That can be quite useful. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that to some extent and it's of some use in your teaching perhaps. Thanks again for watching.